Hello and welcome to the Blood Podcast, Birth, Love, Experience, and Death. I'm your host, Stephanie Bushak.
And she's your host, Stephanie Bushak.
This is true.
And I'm your co-host, Matt Bushak.
It's a thing.
Just in case you didn't get it the first time.
Yes. So our episode today is going to dig into the trauma of Stephanie's childhood.
Yep, so I'm just going to kind of sit here and freak out pretty much for 20 minutes.
He's going to do a lot of, yeah.
What?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Actually, I probably know it all.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about my dad today because I have been, pops.
Daddy.
I wish I could pop someone.
Father.
Yeah, I called him Dad growing up.
Now what do you call him?
Asshole.
That's what I was going to guess.
So obviously I have no animosity towards my dad whatsoever.
No, it's just facts.
Just the facts. So yeah, I've been no contact with him for about 8 years now. And this will be the third time I've been no contact with him in my life.
Okay.
For my own personal, like I initiated no contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, I think I mentioned on another podcast that my relationship with him was an every other weekend, even though at least half that time, if not more, he sent me over to my mama's house.
Which was better for you anyways.
Which I cannot believe, it was. And I cannot believe that woman raised that man.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Because to me, she was like, I don't know, maybe some people are different after they have grandkids. They treat their grandkids differently than they did their own kids. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Haven't you? I wouldn't know either.
I don't have any grandkids.
Right. But I'm sure you've heard other people talk about spoil the grandkids and then send them back to their parents so they don't have to worry about the repercussions of it. They're yours now. They get all the fun parts of spending time with their grandkids. So that may have been the situation with my mama. I don't know. I just remember her being a very kind, patient, loving person. And my dad was like the total opposite of her. He was not very kind. He was not very patient.
Not nice.
He was not nice. So, he was every other weekend dad.
So it all started when you were born.
It all started when I was born. Actually, it did. It was a shotgun wedding because my mom was pregnant with me and they were divorced by the time I was 6 months old.
Yeah, you broke up a marriage.
I did. And I do not regret it at all. And I'm pretty sure my mom didn't regret it either.
Yeah.
His nickname when I was growing up around my family on my mom's side was Dippy Don.
Well, okay. Yeah. I met him.
Yeah, they called him Dippy Don.
Yeah, my mom checks out.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me that when he was in his teens, he used to on the daily huff.
Paint?
No, not paint. Freon.
Oh, you can huff that?
Yeah, apparently you can huff Freon.
Wow.
And that was his favorite pastime when he was in middle school was huffing Freon.
He was always cool.
Or so he thought. So cool. So, growing up with him, he didn't spend a lot of one-on-one time with me. He wasn't religious insofar as I never once saw him go to church, went to church with him, anything like that, right? But his favorite saying was spare the rod and spoil the child.
Is that even in the Bible?
I think it is.
Okay.
I do think that is in the Bible.
Somebody's going to have to fact check. One of our friends,
yes.
One of our fans, would you fact check that?
Yes, please, because we obviously don't have the time or the energy to fact check it ourselves.
And then email us at
Blood Podcast, Matt and Steph, MATNSTEF at bloodpodcast.com or no, I think that's it.
That should be enough.
Yeah, I think that's it. You can go to our website too, which is bloodpodcast.com, and you can see how to email us there
that
too.
Really sidetracked, but yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't got any emails yet, sorry. If someone would send one, that would be
I think we've got like one, maybe 2 subscribers on.
Well, one of them's me.
And one of them's me. Damn it. You just sucked all the fun out of that.
Man. We really are just doing this for us.
We are.
That's okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
So,
anyways, back to Dippy Don.
Back to Dippy Don. So,
it's like Donkey Doug.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is a lot like Donkey
Hey, Donkey Doug.
He was kind of like Donkey
hey,
Doug.
Dippy Don.
Yeah. He dropped out of school when he was in 8th grade. And he was incredibly uneducated to the point that he used to leave me notes on the fridge when I was a teenager. And he spelt my name wrong every single time. I don't think he was all there.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
I think that Freon like killed way too many brain cells.
Spelling wasn't that important to him.
It was not. Spelling, math, feelings, social skills, all of that. None of that
was important.
None of that was important to him. The only thing that was ever important to him that I remember is dating, which he was horrible at and never could hold on to a woman for more than a couple of years, or his car.
He loved his car.
He loved his car or truck or whatever vehicle he had at the moment. Had to be pristine and washed all the time, and you weren't allowed to eat in it or drink in it or
look at it wrong
or
Don't let any Mexicans get near it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, these are the big reasons why I don't really like my dad, okay?
I got to say this, okay, about the car. I think the one thing that he took care of more than his car was his hair.
Oh, the man. Oh my gosh.
Now, he did have some pretty
He
hair.
had pretty hair, had a pretty stash.
I mean, yes, the man was...
He kept a curling iron in his bathroom so he could keep it curled under perfectly.
He had nice hair.
Yeah, he had gorgeous hair. He was a good-looking guy, but
yeah, you came from it, but yeah,
nothing up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first time I ever lived with my dad, I was 14, maybe 13. I'm pretty sure I was 14. And
we're gonna cross-reference this with the other show, so
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 14 because I think I was 8th grade when I moved in with them. Oh. And my mom had kind of ended up in a spot where she couldn't take care of me at the same time. And so she asked my dad if I could move in with them, and I did. And from then on, I was treated like the housekeeper that cooked dinner. It was not fun.
Nice.
Yeah. The man had
he was like the innkeeper in Les Miserables.
Yeah.
You came there and you didn't get any toys.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because I don't remember him ever saying good things to me, that he was proud of me or that he was happy I was there
or that he loved you
or that he loved me or any of that. The only things I ever heard him say were things like, well, yeah, I kind of wish I had a boy because then I wouldn't have to worry as much. And then you could go out and hang out with your friends in the evenings. But since you're a girl, you're not allowed to do that.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. So, and he was abusive physically.
That's not good. That's not
no. Good. And so when I lived with him, the first time, I actually lived with him twice. The first time I lived with him, I ended up, I think my mom kind of got it together and I was like, I can't take this anymore. And I went to stay with her again.
Yeah.
And then again, she fell on hard times and didn't have a place for me to stay with her. So when I lived with him, and that was very brief. And when I lived with him the second time, it wasn't hard times, actually, now that I think about it. She was with a really abusive boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
That's when she was with that guy, Carl, that used to beat the crap out of her.
Oh, man.
And she tried to move me up to Tennessee with her and my sister. And my sister was really young, and we were all in a 1-bedroom motel room together, and that was not healthy at all.
No.
And so I actually got up the nerve to call my dad one day and be like, can you buy me and I actually did ride the bus one time before I went to go see you. And it's when I asked my dad if he would get me a bus ticket. And then I went and lived with him. And then I was probably living there for not a super long time. I don't think I lived with him for more than a year. And then you and I met during that time.
Yeah.
But then you went on active duty, went to the Marines. And I remember one time he got mad at me for, I think it was like playing his stereo or something like that.
Yeah.
And he beat the crap out of me with a belt, but he beat me with like the metal buckle part of the belt, and he left welts all over my legs and bruises all over. He was just,
you should use.
He was literally like just chasing me around the house, swinging this metal thing at me. And so I called the police.
Very Western.
Yes, it was very Western, very primitive Western.
Or Southern.
It was very primitive Southern Western. So I called the police, and the police came and picked me up, and they took me to my mother's boyfriend's house that she was living with at the time, Albert. He's the one that had all the rats.
Yeah.
That were freely living around the building.
Hey, it's Rat Albert.
It really was, though.
Boy, why do we think about that that episode?
You did it this time. Good job. Good job.
It's Rat Albert.
That was pretty good.
Thanks.
As an adult, I still continue to have like a not very good connection with him. He was very racist.
Or he is still.
He is still, as far as I know, very racist.
Chauvinist.
He's sexist, and I tell people before that ask, why don't you talk to him? And it's because he's every ist you can think of.
He's a narcissist.
And he's a narcissist. He really is. Like, the whole world revolves around him. I got a really big dose of that when he got diagnosed with throat cancer. Probably, I don't know, I want to say about 15 years ago, maybe 14.
How old were the kids?
They were pretty young. I mean, they were, I want to say the beginning.
Because somebody had to watch the kids.
Beginning of high school. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like 10 years ago.
Yeah. And we ended up bringing the kids with us.
Oh, did we?
When we went to visit, yes. I
remember staying in a hotel room when we first went up.
Yeah, we brought the kids with us. And I think one of the reasons we brought the kids with us was to kind of prove to my dad, look, this is a full-time job taking care of Ryan.
Yeah.
We cannot, my dad would try to guilt trip me on the regular when he was sick. He had no friends. He's got plenty of family, but none of them will talk to him.
Yeah, he has nobody to take care of him.
Exactly. And he can't keep a girlfriend for more than, I think the longest relationship he was ever in was about maybe 4 years.
Yeah.
Before he ended up getting divorced. He's been married at least 5 times.
Wow.
At least that I know of. I actually thought he was married 4 times, and then I looked online at one point, and I was looking at records with like my last name and stuff, and I decided to look him up because I was doing like genealogy or something. And
doesn't that have to do with like the things that live in lamps? Genealogy?
That's another genealogy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like spelled different.
Grant wishes and shit.
Yes. I should have been looking to try to grant wishes, but that's not what I was looking for.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking for family history.
Gotcha.
And he had a secret marriage in there that he never told me about.
Super secret marriage.
It was.
No, it wasn't secret. He just didn't remember.
Yeah, probably so. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Oh, yeah, there was that one girl I was married. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when he was sick, it was almost like, well, I'm your father. I expect you to take care of me because that's your job as a child.
And he lived 3 hours away from me.
Yeah. And we're like, fuck you, you never did anything.
No, not a thing.
You haven't even talked to us, and all of a sudden you call up and you're like, hey.
I need to be cared for because you're my child and I'm
going to die.
Yeah. And so, at that time I tried really, really hard to I felt bad for him. I tried to get along with him. I was literally on the phone with him every single day. during the time he was sick, he would call me every day, like I don't remember what time, but it was like a certain time of the afternoon. He'd call me every day, and I'd spend at least an hour on the phone with him, and it would be nothing but him bitching about everything. Everything.
Mexicans?
Yeah. At one point he bitched about the Mexicans that were in his
You bitch about them a lot.
mailroom. And then one time he was telling a joke about how he went in and was talking to a receptionist at the hospital, and she was in a bad mood. She must have been on the rag or something. Oh, yeah. I'm like, I am your adult daughter. I'm your daughter. And you're talking to me like this. He was a real piece of work. What an idiot. Yeah, he was a real piece of work.
Dippy Don.
So, and he couldn't understand why, Matt didn't just let me go off and take care of my dad full time while Matt stayed home and worked and took care of the kids. Just couldn't understand why I didn't have enough heart, because if I were a true Christian, he loved to do that too. If you were a real Christian, thank you for telling me how to be a real Christian.
Good thing we're all allowed to be sinners, because that's what we are.
And guess what, Dad? Jesus loves you too.
Yeah.
I don't, but Jesus does. We're all good.
That's true.
So yeah, that was real fun. That probably had about a 6-month life on it of him calling me every day.
Yeah. And somehow he survived the shit.
And he survived it.
And he wasn't like, thank you so much for being there.
No, not at all. No.
He just disappeared.
If anything, we might get remnants every once in a while of, well, when I was sick because there was no one there to take care of me. Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. You can stop that now. We all know the situation.
We stopped talking to him shortly after that.
Well, we actually had a blowout that made it why we didn't talk to him. Oh,
that's right. That's right.
He was
Tell us.
Okay, so this is one of many reasons over the years that I'm not on social media nearly as much as I used to be. He joined Facebook, and of course, boomers on Facebook are not always a good combination. And he was a prime example of that. And one day he put on there, I want to say the kids were about 16 at the time, maybe
probably, yeah.
Between 15 and 16, yeah. And he put on there something about, and tell me if this isn't really dated and really prejudiced, about how AIDS were God's punishment for gay people.
Ooh.
How fucking outdated and incredibly xenophobic is that statement?
Yeah, and homophobic.
Yeah, and homophobic.
No, that's just that's and to bring God into it,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's God, because that's what God did, for those people.
God was his writing buddy.
Yeah.
Him and God were like this.
God gave throat cancers to idiots.
Apparently so. So I was so pissed when I read that, because first of all, we knew that Sonny was queer in some capacity. We had known that since Sonny was little. And it's not something we advertised everywhere, and he didn't advertise it. But it was just accepted. I mean, and we had conversations about queer people at the dinner table when Sonny had questions about things, and we never had any issue. We're like, yeah, they're like regular people.
He
just
joined the
queer.
Gay Straight Alliance when he was in high school.
Yeah, he joined that, and we were totally like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad they have something like that, So that was it for me. I think that was my final straw with him at that point. And so I messaged on there, and I was like, hey, not cool coming from somebody that's been married 4 times. And OMG, that totally pissed him off when I wrote that. Yeah.
That was the flame.
Oh yeah. He just started going off about how I had no right, and that's not the same thing, and da 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 da. And I was like, okay, well, you're see ya, you're blocked. You're blocked from my phone. You're blocked from my email. You're blocked from Facebook. You're blocked from my life. Do not.
We've erased the genealogy tie between us.
We are no longer related to each other. Okay.
Our DNA is now different.
Yeah. Thank you. If I could, I would. But yeah, so after that, I didn't talk to him anymore. And it was about a year or so later that Sonny came out as being transgender. And so he used to come to like our some of our like Thanksgiving gatherings or Easter. For years, he used to come over to
when we liked him.
Yeah, when we were getting along.
Yeah.
Ish. When we tolerated him.
He would come over to Debbie's when we had
Matt's stepmom and yeah. And so I remember Matt's stepmom a couple of times being like, yeah, your dad and I, like, he still calls me every once in a while to check and see how you guys are doing. And I'm thinking, first of all, why are you talking to him? And then second of all, the last time she told me this, she said something to the effect of, well, your dad really wants to put you and Sonny in his will. So you need to give him information for that. I said, I'm not going to do that. I don't care if the man's got a $10 million policy. I am not going to have any kind of contact with him. He can give it to charity and not only that, you do not need my information to will me something.
And it's not like he has any assets.
No.
I mean, he lives in an apartment. He's probably paying for his truck.
Yeah. He's never had any savings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when he was sick and he couldn't work. That's all he did was talk about how broke he was. So I'm like, I don't know what his angle is, but it's not going to work.
He wanted to steal your social security number.
Probably. I don't know.
That smart.
No, he's not. And so finally I broke down at one point and was like, Debbie, don't you remember me telling you like about my dad and what it was like growing up with him? And she was like, no. And I said, okay. I basically told her everything I just told you guys. And she was like, I didn't know that. Okay, well, I'll let him know that you're not interested. And I was like, thank you. Thank you for not trying to force a relationship that is just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to him in 8 years now. And hopefully this is the last time. So I really do feel like, some people are like, kind of have a mindset you should never go no contact with anybody in your family.
I don't have that mindset.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think that's.
I don't believe in that at all.
But there's some people that do.
Well,
I know you don't. But that is, to me, that is so unhealthy.
Yep.
Because there are some people that it is just not.
Nope.
It is not good. So that's that was my dad and mine's relationship in a nutshell.
In a long, very large nutshell.
A very large nutshell.
Yep.
So
cool. Well, I don't know any good dad jokes to segue.
Yeah.
But
you've got a good dad joke. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I got to save them because we're gonna do a whole episode.
You've got to save them. We haven't had you're doing a whole episode of dad jokes.
We're gonna do an episode where we have I bring out some jokes.
Oh Lordy.
Yeah. I've written some down. I made up a new one last night. It's really funny.
Oh God.
You're gonna love it. Stephanie knows. She knows.
He's really hit or miss with those, so we'll see how that goes.
She laughed. Then I told her.
No, some of them are really funny.
Then I told some friends this morning, and they laughed too.
Okay, good. Yeah, when you get a laugh from other people besides just your wife,
or me. I mean, I laugh at all.
Yeah, you can laugh at your own jokes all day, I'm sure.
Yep.
Hey, Matt, guess what?
What, Steph?
Life will kill you.
Wah ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Cool.
Don't let life kill you, kids.